Welcome back, boys and girls. And as you can see, it's beautiful in Virginia and it's getting warm. And my wife's organic garden is doing just fine. Only problem is we got some pests. So today I want to introduce you to my pest terminator, Gamo Varmint Hunter. And this thing shoots 177 pellet. And this is spring-loaded air rifle. And the velocity on this with the regular pellet is about 900 feet per second, which is more than I need for the pest control. And with this Bushnell shotgun scope that I put on, this should be able to withstand the force of the spring force on this rifle, because this spring-loaded air rifles are notorious for breaking a lot of scopes, because when you cock it, it compresses the spring, and this is about 45 pounds of force, and when you pull the trigger, that thing travels up and down the rifle with a very strong force, thus causing the problem with the scope. So I'm hoping this scope could withstand it. And the reason I put this on is because I actually had one scope laying around for years and I didn't really need it. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is it. It's called Gamo Varmint break barrel air rifle, and it's in .177 caliber. With this spring, I just built my wife an organic garden, which cost me close to $1,000, and I need to do some pest control, so that's why I bought this. And here he goes. This thing's supposed to be shooting about 950 feet per second with a regular pellet, and if you use the special pellet, it's supposed to shoot over 1200, which I kind of doubt. But anyway, there's a scope. There's a scope. And here's the rifle. And it's got an instruction of how to mount the scope and so on. And it's got, I think this is a warranty booklet, and it's got a small booklet here, a manual book, it's here, and that's everything in there. Now, I did some research when I bought this rifle, because they were talking about that to have this shoot well, you have to shoot around 100 rounds before you start shooting well. So I'm not gonna mount the scope yet, because the spring-loaded air rifle tends to have such a big vibration. It tends to throw off all the scopes and cause problems. So I'm just gonna shoot it without the scope on it, around 50 rounds or maybe more, and then I'm gonna mount it, and then I'm gonna set it in, and then I'm gonna do some pest control or just have fun in my backyard. But let me see what it looks like. There she is. It's got a fluted barrel here. It looks pretty nice, and the stock actually looks and feels really nice. And I don't know if this is necessary, but it's got a recoil pad. It's not very soft, but it's got a recoil pad. And that there is a safety, and there's a trigger. And we'll see how she goes. But that's the rifle there. And this is the scope. Let's see what the scope looks like. I heard the Gamo scope is not very dependable, and I've seen some people complaining about it, that you need to get a better scope. But like I say, I'm not gonna be doing a lot of shooting like some people. I'm just gonna, have fun occasionally at the target, but mostly I'll be trying to do some damage control in my organic garden. So that's the scope. It's got a pretty nice scope cover, a see-through scope cover. And here it says Gamo. And let me see how she looks. Wow, actually this is quite clear. I'm a little surprised by that. It's pretty clear, and it's got a nice crosshair, and it's got the Gamo logo right here. Okay, let's see how they feel. It's got a nice click to it. Alright, this is the unboxing. The rifle actually looks pretty nice, and right here it says Gamo Varmint velocity 1250 feet per second with PBA platinum pellet. So with the regular pellet, I've seen it on YouTube, and they were actually measuring it, and they were shooting around 950 feet per second. So I'll be using just regular pellet, which is this one right here. And seems like this one comes out the barrel around 900 to 950 feet per second. So this should be fine for the pest control and just the target shooting. Okay, I shot about 60 rounds through this air rifle without the scope. I've been just looking down the barrel and holding the same spot at about 5 yards away, maybe 6 yards. And I put through about 6 rounds. Now this double bag has full of newspapers in it, so there's no way this is gonna penetrate. And these are like I put about 60 rounds, and that's where I started. And then there's the last 10 shot group, that's 10 shot group, that's 10 shot group, that's 10 shot group, that's 10 shot. And I did put 4 orange targets on it. And this will be my last 40 shots before I actually mount the scope. Okay, after shooting 100 rounds of pellet without the scope, I have mounted my scope on the rifle. Now this rifle actually came with this Gamo scope, but it seems like everybody's saying this is kind of cheap. And this spring-loaded air rifle is notorious for breaking the scopes. So I had an extra Bushnell shotgun scope laying around, so I put that on instead. This is also from power 1.75 to 4 power. And I used the original scope mount because this one comes with a little pin that goes into the top of the chamber so that this mount will not slide forward and back. This right here is my last 5-shot group. And it's a little bit off to the left, but this is like a 1/4 inch 5-shot group at 15 yards. So tomorrow I'm gonna take it out to about 25-30 yards. I have target set at 31 yards. And this right here is organic garden that I'm trying to protect. Believe it or not, that garden, I built it myself for my wife. Cost me about $1,000. So it's an investment that I have to protect. That was actually not bad at all. I'm gonna go for this second shot and see where it is. This is 31 yards. That was my first shot. Made some adjustment. That's my second and third, and then it's grouping okay at this point. I'm gonna shoot even more and see what happens. My wife loves tulips, so I bought some tulips and I planted, hoping the deers won't come and I did some, fence with a fishing line to keep the deers out. And it was fine for about 2 weeks. And then right after the day I actually received the air rifle, and next day I went out to do some target shooting, and guess what? They ate all my tulips. Okay, here's the scene of crime. They ate all my tulips. I just planted this like 3-4 days ago, and I saw on the YouTube where they say if you put a fishing line around it, the deers won't get to it. So as you can see, I put some fishing line around it, and it's been preventing deers coming in, but I think this was rabbit or squirrels. And you know what this means? This means war. The trigger is about 4 pounds, and it's got a little bit of grip. I might adjust that. It's adjustable. We'll see. I might be shooting to the same hole. That would be nice. I'm gonna take one more shot and take a look. Okay, looks like the first 2 shots on the top went to the same hole, and the second shot came down later. I think it's grouping okay for squirrel or rabbit. And I think I'm kind of getting used to how to shoot this air rifle. I mean, it's got a few flyers. I'm not sure if there's a flyer now, but right about here at 31 yards, this is more than enough for squirrel rabbit. I mean, that's good enough for headshot, but I won't be shooting for head. I took my last 6 shots on a new target, the same 31 yards, and I think it's producing probably about maybe about an inch group. Let's take a look. Okay, so I got 1, 2 in the bullseye, and then 3, 4, 5. So that's the 5-shot group. I'm not sure if that or that's the 60 shot. No, that's actually the flyer. This is the shot that I did before. So right here is 6-shot group. I'm gonna put a couple more and see if I could continue to hit the bullseye, or somewhere within this 2-inch group, and I should be good. And lastly, like always, thank God for what you have. Enjoy your life with what you got, but mostly stay safe. See you.